bloody good horror.
Welcome back. We're on episode 10 of our Shadowgate Let's Play. We're saved at the footbridges. Because I've gone back and found my air elemental so we can get back there again. But I've come to realize that I may not have all of my runes. Looking around at guides, because there's a puzzle and there's a certain way you have to insert those. And I think I have the pattern that we need, but I don't have the runes that I need as I was looking at them. Because if you recall, last time when we looked at the constellation up in the telescope room, we saw everything laid out in the constellations, and it spelled it out. And the order was eagle, eye, water, tree, and fire. I don't have an eagle rune. If you look here at my runes, I've got water, fire, eye, tree in this little triangle thing. So I'm missing one. So we need to find that missing rune. And it's a matter of finding it. And I think I know where it is. It's a matter of remembering how to get there. Because we've traveled so far, that's not exactly easy. But we will see what we can find. This is the room we were looking for. We were here earlier. We froze this with the ice elemental. And we came up here earlier to shut off water in here. But I don't remember how we shut it off. It was with that switch back in the back. So, I want to say it was this switch here in the front hall. I thought we'd left it shut off, but apparently it turned itself back on. So let's go back out here to the entrance and take a look at here. And I believe this one was fairly easy, that we just had to hit this one down once and then hit this guy. So I think that's all we had to do to get that water shut back off. So let's go back up here. To the right. And to the right again. Into our little cavern here. There we go. And that's where we froze the lake to get the key, or necklace, off of the skeleton back there. There we go, that's what we need. We have an elemental here, but we don't need her anymore. But I think there was runes here. Ah, yes, here they are. These are 2 runes that we didn't take before. There is an eagle. I'd forgotten all about these runes. I don't know that we're going to need the tornado, but let's take it just in case. Now, let's get back to our bridges. So we take a step back. And we go back once more, and we have to get back to the hallway with a hole in the wall. We are not far from those bridges. There we go. That's the little passageway I'm looking for. And I think if we come up here to the left, there we are. Now, let's use our air elemental and get across that bridge. And see if we can't solve this puzzle once and for all. Because I don't know what's in there, and I'm kind of dying to know. I'm hoping it's something good. So here we have it. So if we go back, refer to our map of the stars, I think what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go with the map. It listed out eagle in the first slot. The second slot, I drew a little map of these, which you obviously can't see because nobody wants to see me on webcam. We take I for the second slot. For the third slot, because the pattern is going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go back to 3, we need water. 4, we need a tree. And finally, for number 5, we need fire. Fire. Now let's see if we get anything. You pull down the chain with the jerk. Now we got some action. At once, the room fills with an ethereal light that emanates from the stone wall. A surge of energy quickly follows, and in a flash fashions itself into an ancient thing of legend. A wooden stave, pulsing with a strange power, waits before you, suspended in the air. Let's take that. We've got a staff, which I have a feeling is going to be important. Because the last episode we heard Lakmir talking about a staff, which we didn't have in our satchel. Ooh, I am the chosen one. Let's go back here and take a look at it. You run your fingers lovingly across the stave. The wood from which it is carved is unlike any you have ever seen. Slots near the top of the stave indicate that there may have been other pieces connected to it. Alright, let's go back and find Lakmir then, where what we think is the end of the game. We're going to lose our air elemental. That's fine. We don't need you anymore anyways. And we're going to keep delving deeper. Load times are getting a little shaky here late in the game. It's kind of a bummer. For a game as simple as this, but it's not the end of the world either. I just would expect them to go a little bit quicker. That would be nice. And now we're going to run deeper through the castle, because we've already been here. And we've seen much of this, so you can consider this your recap of the game as we head back through. There's our dead goblin. He's still dead, that's good. Into this throne room with this dead guy sitting on the throne. Hey, how's it going, dead guy? We're gonna go down your shaft. Yeah, I know. That was a cheap joke, but I'm a cheap comedian, so I'm not one of your high-dollar comedians, obviously, so I gotta take what I can get. Alright, I think we have to go right here. Yes, we do, and here's our pit. If we climb down the ladder, press on forward, to the right, this is our tourist trip through Castle Shadowgate, wandering through, walking blindly, looking like we don't know where we are, taking pictures of everything. This was what it looked like if I was in the subways in New York City, probably. I'd have no clue where I was going. I'd be walking down tunnels blindly, trying not to get mugged by a goblin. Here we are. We made it through. I'm glad my memory is good for something, at least. Let's head across the light bridge. We went to the right, I think. Maybe not. Nope, nothing in that room. Back it up. And back to the left. I cock my head. We should be getting close. Go to the right here. And here we have it. We're back to Lakmir. So let's get in here. Let's capture him. And he mentioned capture him in the sphere, so we're going to use him on the staff. The throne of power, the orb immediately melds onto the top of the staff. That's good. Now we got this from that wyvern at the end of the day. We're going to use the bladed sun. It happens to look, if you look at there's patterns on these fingers, this one looks pretty close. And there it goes. It does fit. Very nice. Now we'll get in here. We're going to use the horn, because that's the other legendary item we have. And we've got movement. The bladed sun answers the horn's call, illuminating with a pulsing power grudgingly. With the grinding of ancient stone, the mouth of the great skull slides open, revealing a doorway. Huzzah. Let's go see what's in there. Is this the end? I don't know. But we will find out. Ooh. The mammoth chamber shakes as you enter, nearly driving you to your knees. An awe-inspiring creature, flush with immense power, rises from a glowing pit. Veins of energy arc from the pit, disappearing through the rock walls below and into the foundations of the world beyond.
And so, young Jer, it begins. At last, like a fault of folly, I led you thus. You brought me to that which I could not easily bring myself. Behold, the behemoth. He who has been here since the foundations of the world were laid. Within him is power immeasurable. Power that even the circle could not foresee. Witness now as I take this tower. Witness the rise of Talimar the Black.
All right. So we got us another cutscene. Ooh, who's this? Uh-oh. The air crackles with a gathering of energies. Several entities coalesce from the pit. We got that. What do we do? Well, the only thing we can interact with is him and him. Who is this? The cloaked, vaguely skeletal form of Talimar the Black stands triumphant upon a floating stone platform. It appears the Warlock Lord is preparing a great spell. And our behemoth, the hulking form of the behemoth, rises from a pit of power, nearly 1,000 hands tall. The supernatural titan projects an otherworldly power. It also appears to be under some duress, as if trying to hold something back. So, let's save here, because we may have to take a couple tries. These guys. Radiating an air of pure hatred, the unearthly being continues to barrage the behemoth with deadly energy. The shape of this entity defies description. As it assails the behemoth, you sense a palpable wave of ice-cold fear radiating from it. Pulsating with power and nearly 50 hands in diameter, this entity appears to be attacking the behemoth. I bet you these are dead wizards of the circle, if I had to ask. So, the only weapon we have is our staff. So, let's try that. Do we try it on the behemoth or Talimar? Let's try it on Talimar. The Warlock's Lord shrugs off your feeble actions and levels a blast of power towards you. The dark projectile engulfs your body, burning you alive from the inside out. What was once Jer crumples to the ground as Talimar the Black cackles with glee. So, as you can imagine, probably not the right choice. However, it was a good choice that we saved.
It is mine now. The power is mine to command.
But this isn't good.
All shall fear the dread Lord. None shall stand in my way.
Well, we don't want the sad ending, so we're going to skip over that, because we're going to get back here and kick Talimar's ass.
Tales of your great sacrifice
Yeah, we know.
told throughout the land.
So, I picked the wrong choice. Let's get back in there and try it another way. Obviously, using the orb on Talimar didn't work. So the only other choice we have is this big dude. So let's try him. As you attempt to approach the great beast, a wall of energy, a barrier perhaps, pushes you back. With a sudden show of power, one of the entities launches itself at the behemoth. The huge beast roars in pain at the violent, supernatural confrontation. Oh dear. I expected more. So that didn't do much. Now, I wonder if we can use it on any of these floaty dudes. Because these guys we can interact with. So every time I do use this, one of those guys attack him. You sense a vast intelligence beyond your understanding. Let's try it one more time, because they've each been attacking him every time I use it, so let's go for the gusto. Your eyes dart to the Warlock Lord, noting that the wizard is readying a devastating spell, one he will surely unleash upon the embattled Titan. Well, we've used it on all three entities. So let's get back in here and try them one more time. The sudden release of power, the Warlock Lord levels a bolt of magical energy at the behemoth. The creature bellows in pain, its dark magic, eons old, engulf and subdue it. As the behemoth's power withers and wanes, the malevolent presence of the Warlock Lord grows, expanding exponentially within the chamber. So I think we bit it again. Does not seem promising.
It is mine now. The power is mine to command. All shall fear the dread lord. None shall stand in my way.
Tales of your great sacrifice
Well
shall be
then,
told
I'm in loss. Let's see
throughout
here.
the land.
We've used the staff on all of the entities, then they attacked the behemoth. We tried it on the behemoth. We saw the Warlock Lord getting ready to cast his spell on the behemoth, so maybe if we distract him and go back that route, maybe that will do it. I'm not sure. So, let's reload and try one more time. This has to be our end, because we're facing off against Thalamar. Let's see. Or maybe we just keep using them on the entities. I didn't think about trying that. We tried them each 3 times. Let's go back here. 1. So there goes our yellow one. That hurt him a bit. Let's go back and try it again. There's 2. So that's obviously hurt him. He's getting ready to cast a spell. Let's try using the staff on the sparkly guys one more time. Let's see what that does. Not what we wanted it to do, so that's our 3rd shot. With no luck. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I'm dead. We'll try one more time. So I'm going to have to go with the idea that after we hit the behemoth a couple times, perhaps Thalamar is distracted. So let's go back to Thalamar and hope for the best. Ooh, it's missing something. There we go. We've created the legendary Staff of Ages. Alright. Didn't think about that, but it just happened to dawn on me. We hadn't used that thorn yet, and it looked fairly important. So, with a sudden show of power, one of the entities launches itself at the behemoth. The huge beast roars in pain at the violent supernatural confrontation. Alright, let's try using this full staff on one of the sparkly dudes. Uh-oh. Now we're cooking with fire.
No! What have you done, fool? The beast must be destroyed. You have brought desolation upon us. You have brought us to ruin. Ruin? I think not. You have done well, grandson. For the behemoth is neither good nor evil, but simply one who holds fast the fates of this world.
So Lakmir is my grandpa.
Life, death, war, peace, sorrow, joy. These he disperses from the pit in careful measure. He has guarded these fates, and I, in turn, have guarded his power. Until now. This power I pass unto you, and bestow upon your brow a new name, Lord Jer of the Westland. Forsake it not, and wield it well, for in you the circle shall live on.
Well, there you have it, folks. We got some rock and roll music to end it up. That's nice. That is the end of our Shadowgate Let's Play. It took 10 episodes. I think it was a good journey. I had a good time. I hope you did with my first venture at a Let's Play here. I think it worked out rather well. Looking back on this game, as a diehard fan of the original Shadowgate from 1989 on the NES, I feel like this is a great remake. It's not a complete remake. It's an homage more than anything. Way more elements than this than the original game had, but it was really cool. I think they did a good job. There was a lot of elements there, and enough to make you remember that old game existed and remember the fun parts of that, but they added on to it with a heck of a lot more story. The story is well thought out. Puzzles were good. I played this on the apprentice level of difficulty. I'm definitely going to have to go through it harder. Now, I won't do a Let's Play of it, but I'm definitely going to have to play through there because the puzzles change. They become a lot more difficult, a lot more complicated. So that's exciting. This is a good game. I think it's got some good replay because your puzzles are going to change. You're going to be going through a lot of areas, so it's going to be a little bit easier. You can click through, find your way because you've been there. So it's cool to see, though, how those puzzles are going to change. So we're definitely have to try that out. Maybe we'll do a recap later if we get back to it. In the meantime, I've got some more games to play. So coming up on my next Let's Play series, as you can tell, I'm a little verklempt. I'm excited that we're actually finishing this project. Our next Let's Play series is going to be on Alien Isolation, so I'm really excited to get into that one. I've heard nothing but good things, so that's going to be fun. So we'll get into that too. So again, I hope you've enjoyed our Shadow Play Let's Play. Let's get through. Leave some comments on the YouTube if you'd like. I would love to hear what you thought. Hit subscribe if you're enjoying it. We're going to have a lot more videos coming out. We're working up on getting videos out every day, so that's exciting too. Again, I'm Casey. You can find me on Twitter at KCBGH. You can find me on Steam at Cinema Fromage. So until next time, enjoy your Shadowgate. Watch out for the behemoths in your basement. And enjoy some video games. Bye-bye.